Hi, so I'm going to show you how to create your theme now. You've got an entire slides deck built out, but we want to be able to just save a theme. So I'm going to say, let's make a copy of this because I want to keep this. And I'm going to choose the entire presentation, and I'm just going to call this Chalkboard. Okay, I'm still going to put it in that same folder, and I'll make a copy. And it takes a little while because I'm copying every single slide. And now I'm going to, once it fills in, I'm going to delete everything that it is not a chalkboard style. So when I do that, I'll delete everything that's not a chalkboard style, and I'll just grab all those slides and delete them. So say, okay, delete, and now we'll delete the rest that are not chalkboard. And if you have a lot of them, it will take a bit. I'm going to delete the green chalkboards as well. I'm just going to keep the gray chalkboard. So now I've deleted all those slides, and then I'm also going to go ahead and delete the others because they're all Tech Tuesday. I don't want them. But before I do that, let me point out one thing that now that I've deleted everything, I need to delete this last slide, which is hidden by my picture. So let's go ahead and say delete that slide. The reason I have to do that is if I go to the edit theme, I can only delete the slides that are not in use. So if I tried to delete a template that existed in use, I couldn't do it. So I can delete this, and I can delete this because it's not used. And I'm going to keep everything else, even though some of them are not being used. Now I can bounce over, and I'm going to delete all these slides. So now here's my chalkboard theme. So if I go to edit theme, I'm going to see everything is there. Okay? Now, I have not bothered to put any placeholders in here. I have not edited at the theme level. So that's an interesting thing. Here is my header that I have, which is 52. But here, my header, I kept it as 28. I'd like to change this to 52 now, because that will make sure that everything is that bigger style. Okay, so if I do that, it's going to be a bigger style. I actually not sure I want it quite that large. So let's say I want it to be 45. Okay, then I'll have that smaller layout. And then my subtitle is 28, so I will remember that at this time. So now I will go over and I will insert a slide. So I'll go to slide and say new slide, and then I can pick any layout I want, and I can pick from my choices that I've got in here, and I add my subtitles and add my pictures. If I were to be, quote, selling this or putting this out online for free, I would fill in the template a little bit. So I would say, okay, this is where you can put your header. So look, now here on this main page, I have this is where you can put your header. I would fill this in with a couple of photos so that it is clear for people, and that way they're just aware, because these placeholders do not show up. So I would say search the web, and this is where they start to build out. So I would say, okay, let's say that we're going to say any picture, say mountains. Okay, so I'll put in a mountain, and I'll replace that image so that when someone comes in and they see that theme, they're available, they see a photo there. So they know they have something to replace. So when you find those things in Slides Carnival and Slides Go, they have taken the time to build this out, but it's your choice to go then and replace that image. So once you get it how you like it, then you can say it's time for me to share this. So I would share with others. I don't want to publish this to the web, I just want to share it with others, and I want to make it so that anyone with the link can open it, and they just need to view it, and you're going to say done. And now you would go up to the top and you're going to say copy. You're going to replace the edit with copy. And when you do that, it will say, do you want to make a copy of Chalkboard? And I'll say, sure, I want to make a copy. So I'll make a copy of Chalkboard. It will do that long process of making the copy for me, just like you're probably familiar with. And you will see just the one slide I populated this with. So I'm just going to call this Amy's template, Amy's Chalkboard. And then I can start to play. I can say insert, actually slide, new slide, and I can say slide, apply layout, and I can pick a different layout and start to do some work. So it's right there for me, and I don't have to worry about deleting old stuff. I love that about making your own slides. And you could just call this Amy's Chalkboard template if you would like.